All right. Good day, good afternoon, good evening to everyone here. In here we have another AM session with Mooshi, and with me I have the famous guy KJam, who's gonna be telling us a little bit about Moonshi, how it came about, and I mean in details and stuff like that. I think with his team, Axel, is it Axel?
Sure, you can just call me Axe. It's a little bit difficult to pronounce.
Awesome. So with Ax, and with me as well, I have Nex, who's gonna be my co-host as well. Next, you want to say hi to KJam and Axel?
Hi guys, good to have you here. Hey Kijam, we're listening to your
Hey,
set.
next.
What's up? We're listening to what you've been saying since. I'm sure your girlfriend is pretty cool. Of the
Yeah,
accolades you just gave her on the platform. A lot of
thanks.
accolades. All right, welcome, Chris. What's your Axel Lock?
Axel,
Axel.
Yeah, you
Hi,
can just
yeah,
say Axel. Sure.
yeah, sure. KJ is promising. KJam is promising us that we're going to be blown away today. So I believe the whole community is ready for what you have in stock for us. So
Excellent. That's right. So yeah,
awesome. So yeah, so first of all, I know a lot of people already knows about KJam, but there's nothing wrong with you doing more introduction about yourself, and maybe after you, then Axel can go next.
yeah, sure. So everybody here at the AMA Lounge of Gold Diggers, it's great to be back. What a fantastic place, and look at the user participation in this call. It's such a great opportunity, and I love talking in this community. And what I love is that now I can, be a part of this community in a way of like spreading opportunity too. So yeah, I'm KJam. You've seen me usually with the APY projects recently, but as the markets have turned, as things have started to move, stealth launches, meme coins, shit coins, these are the things that people are interested in now, and this is what's happening. But on top of that, there's a lot of like rug pulls happening, and what's happened is that this project Moonshi is being created and then formed into a community token through what's happening in the market. And so it's just great to be a part of it, to be able to say, come along and see what we're up to, and let us explain this story to get this roller coaster ride going. And so this is the first AMA we're going to do about Moonshi, and it's here in Gold Diggers, and it's an excellent opportunity. So yeah, I'm just KJam, and I just was a normal investor, just like anyone else, in a rug pull, and now I'm here at Moonshi, and the community have come together. I've said, hey, I've got some AMA groups that I can get us into. We can talk in there. We can spearhead this AMA tour. We think conversation is a really powerful tool, and we've got a history or an origin. So yeah, like I'm here now to say, look, guys, this is an opportunity. Here's a story. Let's see where it's at. I'm just an investor in this project, and it's fully community driven. So what we're also looking for is like roles. We want to get the message out so we can get people not only investing, but people being able to participate and maybe get a role whereby they can get some experience and then maybe work in crypto, because working in crypto is just as good as investing in crypto, and it could be really rewarding. So it's a great opportunity, I think, community coins like this. And as soon as I spoke to K-Lab and we had a conversation, it was like, right, let's get this message out to the community. Let's get people listening in. So yeah, I'm KJam, and I'm joined by Axe, and he's a member of the community too, and a great speaker about the project Moonshi.
Well, thank you very much. I'll be happy to jump in. I'll consider that my cue. So yeah, first of all, my name is Axolotl. It's kind of hard to pronounce. Don't worry about it. You can just call me Ax or Axel, whatever it may be. It's fine. But yeah, let me go a little bit more into depth into what happened and what the story is. And also beforehand, thank you very much for Gold Diggers to do this for us. It's very kind. So let me just get to it. About 3 days ago, I think at this point, because I think so, I haven't slept much. Yeah, about 3 days ago, project meme coin came around. I think its name was Ikigami, and it started booming really hard, and a lot of people invested in. And the way the more they got hyped and the more they just reached new heights, they started paying callers to promote them, as pretty much all meme coins do. So that happened, and a lot of people got invested, and then it was a scam. Turned out that they had a back door in their contract, and they were leaking the money out to another wallet. It was messed up, and at the end, it was rocked, and a lot of people lost a lot of money there, right? So when it was rocked at the peak of the hype, one of the callers that actually promoted them started a voice chat, and he was pretty much in shock. He was like, all right, guys, you know what? He started that for his community. He was like, you know what? I promoted this. It turned out to be a scam. I'm so sorry. I had no idea. And I want to make it up to you guys, right? He goes by the name of Virus. I don't know if you guys are familiar with him. Anyway, so on that voice chat, over 600 people jumped in. I was in there. I believe Kay was in there. Anthony was in there. Like a bunch of people were in there, just community members that got rocked. And while we were brainstorming what to do or how to try to compensate, MOONSHI was born, right? Virus got a friend of his, a developer that goes by the name of Fix, and they just created a contract. And on the voice chat and on the main chat, we were all voting as to what would the name of the coin be, or the token rather. What would the taxes be? What's the logo? All of it. And so the community voted. It was created. It was fair launched. And the way that it was launched, it was really nice to try and avoid sniping bots as much as possible. So when it was created, the contract was pasted on the Telegram group, missing the last 3 characters. Those were uploaded in a picture, right? So everybody had to type in the last 3, and everyone went in. And the contract was renounced immediately. The LP was locked forever. The 5% taxes that were decided by the community, some of that goes to the LP wallet, some of that goes to the marketing wallet. The marketing wallet is controlled by Virus, the guy that came up with the idea at the beginning, because he's a trusted name by pretty much everyone that was in the VC at that point. Now, the moment that it launched, within the minute, it started at $600 and it went to 160,000, 160K. It was really wild. Like I was right there and I tried to get in as fast as I could. And my first buy was like at 50K, right? It went up so fast. Either way, so that happened, and a lot of people, made their money good, made their money back. Some people start selling, as usually is with meme coins, meme tokens. But we, after that, started rallying for like 12 hours straight. Virus got a bunch of friends, other callers, and tried to get contacts and promote it. And he was just very clear and saying, this is not my token. This is a community token. If you buy into it, you're the owner. You do whatever you want with it, So we were rallying, and some people started coming up with ideas, and some people immediately started contributing with the stickers, and some other people with memes, and some other people made a website, and some other guy in the community is making another website. Some other people jumped in and offered to put up billboards. Like it's becoming a community thing. And that's what I'm really passionate about, that this is like an old school meme token. There is no owner, there is no team, there is no developer, there's no agenda. It's just something for the community, by the community, and whoever wants to have a role in it can. And I love that. It's just, I don't know, it's very endearing to me. So we can make out of this whatever we want to make out of it. And right now we're starting to get a group of people together, like you guys that are giving us a helping hand here, like Kay, which is very knowledgeable. Like he's just, again, was in there by the whole story. And just people coming out of the woodwork saying, you know what, this is nice. I want to help out. What can I do? And there is no price. There is no payment. There is only, you can buy, you can be an owner. Let's try to make this work, And current days, I mean, we all know that the crypto market is always high risk and always volatile, right? But as of late, I don't know if you guys agree with me on this, but as of the past few months, it's just been ruthless. like the bloodbath in the Binance chain community of scams and rocks. Jesus, in the past few months, I think I've been rocked and scammed more times than since I got into the crypto space. And so we have two things going for us. One, again, contract completely renounced. Nobody owns it. So this meme is not going anywhere. And two, we have eyes on us because the way that it started, it caught the eyes of a lot of people, big names too. Big names like, well, I don't want to drop names, but big names that were like, I like what's happening here. If you actually are able to sustain it, I'll help you out, and I'll do what I can to promote you. So we're very excited, and this is just the first step.
Amazing. Look at what an amazing timeline of events there, like discussed. How beautiful to like see that, and what a great opportunity like presented there. I got a slight echo there, I think from your mic.
Oh, I'm sorry. Is this any better?
Yeah, it's better. Slightly, right. But what I want to add to that too as well, guys, and if you're not already really bullish on what's being said there, is look at also the reality of what's happening, how Axis is presented it there. We are in a very difficult market. Things are happening all around us that we can't control. And I've done so many AMAs where people say, how are you going to maintain this roadmap? And I tell them, how am I going to maintain the future? All I've got is the moment, speaking to you right now. So this is it. This is the moment. This is why we're here again. And this is the type of market that we're in. And what you've got here is you've got a protocol that could have launched and could have gone really high and then could have gone really low, and then that would have been it. It would have been dead. I still got a slight echo there, Axe. Let's give it a blast. Yeah, we're almost. Yeah, and then so what we've got here, guys, is that this token, this protocol that's alive right now, and I think if I can check, it's just over 2 days and 18 hours, let's say, old. So it's already got through some serious survival stages. And what we've got is a protocol that launched, a protocol that pumped, and a protocol that now is consolidating, around 20,000 K to now 17,000 K. And it's still here, and it's going into day 3. And day 3 is being presented by an AMA right here. And it's being presented by community understanding it. And exactly like Axe said, it's got eyes. It's got big eyes because of how it started. And what it is it's not going anywhere. The only reason that this would fail would be that people would leave the Telegram and they would jump into something else, or they would participate somewhere else. Like, all it requires is participation. And there's enough people interested in something like this right now for it just to maintain this level, But of course, if the markets start going down, we're in trouble. But what you've got here is something that could have gone up and could have gone down and died, could have just been left, but it didn't. And it's still here. And that says a lot. That says a lot in this market, whereby stealth launches, meme coins, shit coins, they're the way to make the X's. They're where the money is. You go on pink sale right now, you won't get many people putting into pre-sales, okay? But if you go into some form of a stealth launch, some DeFi space, you'll get a lot of money pumping into some of these tokens right now. So this is where it's at, and it's a dangerous place to be. But when you've got something that's been here for a while, something that's creditable, something that's deployed the right way, it's got opportunity, and that's what I saw in this, and that's what interests me. And what I was saying before as well about like working in crypto or participating in crypto, like rewarding your investment is huge, and being able to put your money into something whereby it could go up, but also increase your experience in that space, whereby your skill set in the legacy world can participate in the blockchain, and whereby then you can get paid in crypto or earn something through your involvement. And what a great starting point a community token like this is. There is no devs, exactly like Axe said. You can do anything. If you want to do an AMA tomorrow, you can schedule the AMA and you go in there. If you want to do something with this token, you can do it. And it's great. It's a great breeding ground for creativity. It's a great breeding ground for opportunity, for involvement and experience. And then on top of that, it's a great opportunity to be able to get some X's whereby it's not just going to come and go. It could have done that. It's 3 days old. It could have done that, but it didn't. So the X's come by your participation, and then that becomes more rewarding as a feeling, as opposed to investing and selling and waiting for someone else to do it. So there's a lot of rewarding here. There's a lot of success from this kind of a story. And that's why I think I'm involved in it, and Axe and other people, because that, you know, Axe said he's passionate about community. There's a rewarding feeling you can get when you're investing, as well as investing without any, you know, emotional connection to the token. And I think there's a lot of people out there in this market right now that are hungry, not just hungry for X's, but they're hungry to change their life. And you can change your life through working in crypto, through doing something creative and imaginative. This is an opportunity. Sure, Axe, please.
Sorry to cut you off there.
No,
I just want to mention another thing. I think I didn't clarify something. First of all, I mentioned that Virus, the first caller that started the VC, he has control of the marketing wallet. I need to clarify that. What does that mean? As I mentioned, he's a trusted name. That's why he has a marketing wallet. But what has been happening on the past couple of days is that he comes into the chat and says, all right, guys, so what do you want to do for marketing? He throws a few suggestions. The community throws another couple of suggestions, and then a poll is made. And we vote as a community. Well, how do we want to spend that money? You know, that's one thing. So the community chooses what to do with the marketing wallet. And the other thing is that, you know, with meme coins, or rather, I should say, with revolutionary technology like innovation in the crypto space, I think we all know projects like that right now. We're probably all invested in projects like that are very promising. But if I'm 100% honest, they will not see the light of the day until the next bull run, right? Most likely that's what's going to happen. The X's are made in the meme coins right now in a bear market. Now, we are not only looking for X's, because I have a friend here that I was telling this story to Kay, that he made it. He made millions in the crypto space. And he was telling a story the other day of how making, or rather turning 3,000 to 30 or 6,000 means nothing to him anymore, because he's been very fortunate and has a really nice lifestyle now. So making that kind of money just doesn't do it for him. What excites him and what makes him passionate about something is grabbing something from the ground and putting it up there at the millions. That brings him a sense of success and fulfillment, of turning nothing into something, you know? So I think MOONSHI offers that right now. For people that already made it, it gives you like a project. It gives you a little bit of a purpose, a rewarding feeling. And for people that are looking to make X's, well, this is a safe place to do it, because there is no hidden hand behind it trying to take your money, you know? This is a community coming together. And as Kay pointed out, he had the first day FOMO, and he could have died, and he didn't. Instead of dying, it's forming a community. Is having people raise their hands and be like, you know, guys, I want to make this into something. I wanted this to grow. And with things like Dogecoin back in the day, when it first happened, I don't know about you guys, but I thought like it was a joke. Like, funny, a meme got to that level. That's funny. But then when Shiba did it, I was like, wow, this can happen multiple times? That's pretty crazy. So we're at a point where, why don't we do that again? You know, the only two things we need is safety, make sure that this is a safe place, and community work. And this is open for anyone to raise his hand or her hand and be like, hey, I want to join in and I want to participate, and let's do it. You know what I mean? So I think that's why this is a golden opportunity.
Mm-hmm. Hell yeah. And if you look at the chart as well, where we're at 17, K market cap. If we were all the way up in the hundreds, yeah, watch out, because it's not financial advice. BNB could go down. Well, Bitcoin could go down in the next 10 minutes, and so would BNB, and that would wreck the pairing of the liquidity pool out of our hands. But right now, we're really low. We got a nice LP. We're sitting really good. The market cap, like, even if it goes down from 17K to a very small amount, you're still looking good. Don't buy in at one go, dollar cost average, just a little bit, and just buy when the market moves. And right now, this type of an opportunity, just like Ak said, it's something whereby it's safe, whereby the dev, Fix When Moon from Denmark, he's fully doxed, comes on video. He was just there within the community too, and he participated in deploying the contract. And I think maybe some marketing money was used in order to facilitate that, or he used his initial money to set the LP, which was about 3 BNB. And it happened really quick, and that beautiful organic experience that Ax talks about, whereby you had like group of people that formed from 200-300 that went all the way to 600 people in a VC, and moving from one crypto Telegram group to a crypto Telegram lounge, to Virus's lounge, and then from that lounge to a new AMA group within the Telegram that's being created called MOONSHI that everyone participated in. To this point now, whereby, yeah, you've got almost 6 BNB in the marketing wallet, just over $1,000 US. You've got a renounced contract. It's almost 3 days old. It's at 17K market cap. There's low risk, high reward right now. And one thing that's going to get this going is the hype. And the hype can be created from the FOMO, from the community. And where did massive marketing funds get us? Massive marketing funds got us in a rug pull project where every caller pretty much called it, and 600 people ended up in a VC after losing a shit ton of money. And now this is created. So we're not worried about marketing money, because participation from an individual, minds coming together, that's how things work. Not paying someone some money to say something because of their subscribers. This is a different ballgame altogether. So it's an opportunity, and it's also an experience too. And so, yeah, it's a fantastic thing to be able to shed. So we've been talking a lot here. Caleb, you want to jump in?
Sure, why not? I mean, I'm just listening to the story behind Mooshi. But I just have a few questions in regards to that. First question is gonna be, since Mooshi is actually a community token, and like what is it Axel says, Virus has marketing funds and stuff like that. So I would just like to know real quick, why is Virus at this point not going on for marketing on the project? I mean, looking at the chart, we can see that it's really not what we expected, even if it's actually a community token and stuff like that. Why aren't we seeing some marketing right now? And the next question is going to be, you mentioned something about the previous project that was worked before. How can we be guaranteeing that once my community get involved on this project and stuff like that, or other communities get involved on this project, the same thing that happened in the previous project is not going to happen? I mean, we need to clarify all of these things so that the people in here can get details regarding on the Moonship project.
Yeah, this is great. I'll just take this one, Ax. The second question there that we got, it's impossible for the renounced contract to be rugged. So it can't happen. The only way this would die is everybody stopped doing anything, and then whoever's holding the bag empties the liquidity pool. But in terms of the first question, it's a fascinating question too, and this is kind of why we need the AMAs to be able to discuss this. Now, yeah, who knows what goes on behind the curtain, but from a real experience, like if you were there in the VCs and you were participating and you were moving between the lounges, it did seem like an experience that was not orchestrated. And for sure, if you've ever launched a token, if you've ever been a part of a project, you can understand that it takes a lot of time. There's no time out. It's 24/7, 7 days a week, and 1 day out to 2 days out to a week out is catastrophic for the project. And it was well established at the beginning that Virus was not the dev, and When Moon was not the dev, and you don't message him for when marketing or when he's doing this, because he's got his own call channel. I guess he's got his own life, and everybody had their own life on that night. It was a matter of project getting rugged, which essentially, when you said, how can this not happen here, Caleb, a better way to describe it is that contract had a very small marketing wallet when in terms of its taxes. And what happened was it was minting new tokens. It had a mint function. That's why everybody needs to be very careful when they're investing in a DeFi protocol, a smart contract that's got a mint token. APY protocols got mint tokens. That's pretty safe. It's understandable. But if there's a mint token in something else, watch out. So it was minting new tokens. Those tokens were going into a wallet, and it was selling on the chart its own tokens. So the token itself was killing itself. And that's how they managed to accumulate that kind of money. Impossible for that to happen within the smart contract that we've got. And so when it comes down to Virus himself or another individual, whoever led it to this point, it's not their job to then get up and do it now. It's nobody's job, and that's how it was created. But there has to be some form of front lead, right? So we're on this like conveyor belt of like participation, and each person can like spearhead things. But of course, if the hype continues and Virus is active in the group's going to get hyped because that was somebody that spearheaded that particular part of this community project, and that's who pushed that, and that's who was it's inspiring for me to be there and to see that. And that guy did a whole nighter. He's from the United Kingdom. He did a whole nighter, so I understand exactly what time it was. And yeah, there's a lot of people that put a lot of time and effort into making this be 3 days almost old. It wasn't a short amount of time. So how can you trust people that give their time to do better things? You just have to experience it. And how do you know that contracts are not going to get rugged? Just understand a small amount of solidity and have conversations and use Token Sniffer, and you can understand exactly what's going on. And then outside of that, the most important ingredient is the community, because like I said, the only way this project's going to die is if there's nobody buying it, and then nobody in Telegram, and eventually everybody empties the liquidity pool. It wouldn't actually die. The contract would remain. It actually takes some time. You have to remove smart contracts off the blockchain. You can, but they'll just be left there, so you'd always be able to buy it, I guess. Nobody cannot ever buy this. There is no control of this contract. Nobody can remove it. So it'll be there until the end of the blockchain. So it's not a problem in a sense of this going anywhere. But what we're talking about with an opportunity for it to go higher in this market where everyone's looking for some form of a return, we all want money. We all need some form of financial freedom. That's why we're all here, because, we're selling our time, and our time's getting us this X amount of money, but, things are more expensive. So we're looking for a solution. We're all trying to push that solution. So this is one, and we're just community members explaining that. So if anyone in this VC has got skill sets, all the skills, whether it's using Adobe suites, whether it's writing articles, whether it's talking in a VC, AMA, whether it's being a mod, or whether it's being able to, understand marketing moves, whether it's, you've got a creative outside the box thinking. This is an opportunity for you to push that. And when it comes to how do we spend that marketing money too, yeah, we just, it's a little unorganized now, I guess, but you'll be able to participate eventually in some form of, community voting in some way. But right now we just talk about it a lot in the chat, and it can get moved into reality from Virus being able to transact that. But eventually I think maybe the token could even get the contract wallet address for the marketing fund distributed to someone else, so that there could be other people also participating in being able to have access to that, so things can move a little faster.
Also, Kate, I just want to point out, I don't know if you heard this. One of the times that Virus was at the chat and he jumped into the voice chat, he was very clear in saying, I'm not, again, the owner of this. I'm not the marketing department. The only reason I'll hold the wallet is because everybody knows me here, but I'm happy to give it away as soon as the community chooses somebody, And yesterday we were talking about, well, what to do next, and a poll was made. You want me to pay for a call? And I think like 75% of people voted yes. I actually voted no, but that doesn't matter. It's what the majority wants. And if you go into the holders in BSC scan, the max wallet is actually 1%. You cannot buy any more than that. The first wallet below the PancakeSwap, however, has 5.5% of the tokens. That is the marketing wallet. Why does he have those tokens? Because he has been doing some buybacks on the first night to try to help the chat. That was the chart. I mean, that was part of the marketing strategy on the first night. Some calls were paid and some buybacks were done. Now, with those tokens, it was also voted yesterday that they will start being used as rewards for community members to start shilling, right? So right now we just need to all confirm and approve that we like that, and they're just going to start doing some prize money in Moonshine tokens to community members that participate the most. That's how those tokens are going to be using. So that 5.5, that's a marketing wallet. Feel free to track it to see what's going on with it. And right now things are, as well, obviously everything is coming together sort of improvised, but I think that's one, the beautiful thing, and two, what makes it a great opportunity. Because if you just come in right now, get yourself a max bag and say, guys, what? I have a beautiful idea that nobody's implementing. This, and that. And you might blow us away. And we're going to be like, you know what? That sounds amazing. And we just go ahead and do it. This is an open canvas, if you know what I mean. This has already been created. It's done. It's there in the crypto ecosystem. The only way it can go away is if Binance itself, the Binance smart chains, go away. So I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon. So it's a beautiful playground, a sandbox, if you will.
Can I add something real quick? What I want to say is, to be honest, when it comes to, I think that was what I was telling. When I had a conversation with KJM, I did bring up something like this. To do this, EMS is not just about you coming around to come present your project and tell people about your utilities, the things you have to build, and I mean it's like more a home where it's more like when a father is talking to his son, right? And for the son to believe every detail that comes from the father, the father has to be honest and be transparent 100% with the son, right? So AMA just must it's like a home where you come around, and you have to make sure that every details you're giving out it's perfect, and the people will have to believe on what you're saying, right? Now, what I'm trying to say is, you guys say that the marketing funds with Virus. I know Virus very well. I mean, we've been good friends. Couple of years ago, I know him quite well. And what I want to ask is, let's say, for example, once the marketing the marketing campaign start for Moonshi, how is the community going to decide on? I mean, is there going to be a couple of people who are going to talk to Virus? Hey, Virus, how are we going to spend this marketing? Let's have an AMA with Caesar Call. Let's have an AMA with Venom. Let's have an AMA with Goldigger. I mean, how is that going to come about? Is this going to be settled by through a pool or something like that? We would like to know about that as well.
Yeah, and this is a fantastic question that's going to push into the drive of what is this type of a token? So of course, how do we participate that? How do we distribute that? That's going to be better for the token, better for everybody. So the option's there. It's open. There's no structure to that now. But right now it seems to be working, 2 and a bit days old. It seems to be working just well. But I'm pretty sure that buyers want to distribute that sort of control, and that we could then be able to participate in understanding what type of maybe drive you want when it comes to the marketing too. And there'll be loads of user interface whereby people can decide. And that's the fantastic thing here, is that there is no one control. There is just one person that has access to the marketing wallet, and that's one person that deserves to have it because they're the person that spearheaded the entire thing. And if you were there live, which there was over 600 people live, so let's find them, let's get them involved because they were there, they're real experienced characters. They were there, they understand exactly what happened. So that person deserves completely to have, full control over that, because that's the person that led the community to this point whereby we can, do something else and we can get those returns that people lost out on through that rug pull. So yeah, I think it would be more healthy too for the individuals to have the control to be able to redistribute it, because remember, people were just doing whatever on a Sunday, and their lives were whatever their lives were, and then a project decided to rug, and then within 3 hours a new token was formed. And now we're 2 and a bit days, almost 3 days from that point. So people have to readjust their lives, their schedule. There's so many things that have to be readjusted. So now this is being created. Now it's here.
And,
this is stage 2.
And just to jump again into that particular question, Caleb. So how is the marketing being done? So he makes polls or what? So far, yes. Let me give you an example. About 18 hours ago or so, no, maybe a little bit more than that, 20 hours ago, he jumped in, he was talking to the chat, and let me read to you what he said. He was like, hey guys, shall I pay for a caller today? He has over 15,000 subs. And he made a poll. 80% of the people voted yes, 20% voted no. So I'm assuming that's coming tomorrow because the poll lasts for a day. And then later on, he came by and he suggested a shilling contest. Like, I have a shilling contest idea. Someone mentioned this. And well, actually, he just posted it, but one of the community members mentioned it. He said, I was thinking we can do a shilling contest and have people, the 3 most active shillers, to send them $50 in MOONSHI tokens. What thoughts on this? What do you think? And a bunch of people are answering. So that's how it's sort of being improvised right now, but it's not set in stone. That's not the rule. It can, like, for example, I would much rather prefer to have a smaller group of very active members to vote on these things, not to just have the pool out where we have 2,000 subscribers and they don't really know what's going on with the project. They're just going like, yeah, please pay for another call. You know, I rather don't have that going on. But again, it's something that we're building. So for example, let's say, this is an example. Let's say, JLab, you're like, you know what? I think I can handle your marketing a lot better. We should do A, B, and C. What do you think? And we're like, yeah, that sounds much better and much smarter. Let's do that. You know, like, it's open to become whatever the community wants it to become.
Yeah. The
Amazing.
reason, yeah, I mean, that's really true. The reason why I'm actually asking that is because the truth is, this is a community token, and when it comes to the community token, there always have to be an agreement. I mean, if Anthony says, "Well, I didn't like the calls you guys had," I mean, that can cause a lot of panic on the chat itself because he might be like, "Well, I'm gonna get my back off of the project. I don't think this project is gonna go pretty far." I mean, if he might be feeling that way, imagine how other people who might be part of the community as well might be feeling, right? So it's actually a community token, and there have to be an agreement in every step you guys are gonna be taking and stuff like that. So if Virus
And
says that, yeah, if,
well, right
yeah, go
now,
ahead, KJ.
Caleb, right now, Virus has just called us in his chat. So Virus just put in a call on his chat. He's put, hey, MOONSHI community, still fighting. It's great to see them all coming together. I think this is the floor. I'm going to throw a little bag in and see how it goes. He's put our link to our new website. Just in, the new website is now live. So let's check that out. We've got a live website on your crypto live AMA. I'm trying to load it to see if it is. But yeah, we got so many things happening live. But what it is that this individual that has spearheaded this AMA call, that's got control of this wallet, somebody has to do it. Somebody has to have control of that. This individual is connected. He's got his own call group. He's posting about us. He's also, you know, highly interested in it because it was an experience for him. He spent a whole night up. And, you know, his life existed through this in some way. He has an experience. He dreams about it. It's in his mind. Like, all of us can have that through participation, and that's what participation gives. It's a different sense of things, and that's what you get through something like this. So yeah, right now we've got a call from Virus Calls, and we've got him still accessing the wallet and being able to distribute what we can do. And not only that, putting in his own money. And outside of that, like Axe mentioned some names too, you know, we have a lot of interest from lots of other different callers in the space, and people being in and out the group all the time, from Venom to other people. And there's a lot of hype. There's a lot of people saying a lot of different things. But yeah, it does look like this is the floor. It does look like there's well-connected people that were involved in the rug pull to the community transfer towards a new token creation, that are now sitting back on doing what they're doing, and they're letting, you know, people involve themselves. So I think there's a lot of safety here for a lot of investors, but also, you know, that opportunity to be able to be, you know, these questions about what we're going to do with the marketing wallet. Why can't somebody within this VC have the ability to get access to that, and then be able to then get involved in marketing, get experience in marketing, and be able to participate in that and in advance from that point? So right now, I'm pretty sure virus himself would like the responsibility distributed across. So there's opportunity everywhere right now.
That's really great. And you want to say something after?
I was just going to mention something quickly to give you a concise example of how this story caught the attention of a lot of people well connected. Like I think we all heard about Venom, right? So when this whole thing was happening, he wasn't working. He was actually, I think he was partying. He was in his time off, and he heard about this. He knew how everything was evolving. He was like, you know what, guys, if you can get this to 300K, I'll change my profile picture to Moonshi. How about that? Without in charge. Some other guy popped in and was like, you know what? I have connections in CoinMarketCap, CoinGecko. If you can actually get me a little bit more in volume, I'll get you in, no problem. You know? So like people are trying to give us a hand because they're seeing something honest being born out of in the middle of all this bloodbath. So I think that's a beautiful thing. And as far as suggestions for marketing, again, we're open for discussion, and we need to be better organized, and we're in the middle of that. Like some guy was saying, we should actually use some of the marketing money for Facebook ads and to have targeted ads. Another guy came in and said, like, maybe we should organize a buyback. Let's try to get 50, 80 people interested in buying 0.2 beans all together at the same time. That's going to create some FOMO, you know? So there are different ideas. We just need to organize ourselves better, vote on them, and make them happen. Because, you know, the space is open for anyone to come join in, get a bag, and make it better, you know?
Yeah. If I'm gonna ask a follow-up question, next, do you have something to say?
Yeah, Caleb. So yeah, I just have a concern though. So Axel and Kajam, you'll be talking about this concept that you guys have in regards to Mooshi and what lead to you guys developing Mooshi and the whole marketing thing, the marketing wallet, and the other person that have the access to the marketing wallet that normally comes with your group. So, Kajam, you mentioned something earlier in regards to having a girl. So I just want to bring an example from it so you could understand where I'm driving at. Because I also have a girl, I have a wife at home. So let's say, for instance, in the morning when you wake up and your wife says is making you scramble egg and mashed potato, which is a very interesting meal to eat. Yeah. So with all the excitement that you have in the morning to get that breakfast, to eat it, but getting to the kitchen or to the dining, the door is locked. Your girl locked it behind you. So it will be very difficult for you to get that food to eat. What am I saying in this instance? It is a community project, community driven. That's what we'll be hearing the sayings. But to get into your community is very difficult at this point. I know you have a start launch, because when I tried to join your TG, I only met with the capture, and I've done the capture. I can't go in. I can't see the chat. I can't see whatever message you're posting in there, your discussion, what will make me get more interested in it, to go into your community, to get the interaction, to draw out the juice from wherever Mooshi is giving to us. It's not easy, and I'm sure our community here, I'll be trying to join your TG to see those discussions. They've seen your website. Only now you just said there's a new website that is live. Your website don't have much details about your token and about what you have for us. So
Yeah.
why is that more open to all? Why is it
Yeah.
more open for to come in?
Yeah, I get your questions there, Nell, and this is such a different concept. Like you ask one thing, you contradict another thing. So, you know, this is totally different. Like, forget everything you know, and what you say. When it comes to entering a Telegram, there are some problems with capture. Capture is really annoying in a sense. There's some problem people getting into this AMA, but yeah, just let us know if you get banned. We'll get everyone through capture. And when it comes to the analogy of the wife locking you out of the kitchen. I get it, but when it comes to launching a token, you have a dev, and that dev has the keys. The dev can do anything they want. You have to have a level of trust always in crypto. There has to be somebody that controls the key, has to be somebody that controls something. There just has to be. It's impossible for there not to be. So within a small time frame, small announced window whereby this was moving like a wave, it was just allocated that way. And Virus himself, and I don't know him, but I am pretty sure he's got enough money to not try to lock the marketing door, and he even said it himself live in a VC. He's pretty confident individual. He'll tell you he's got enough money. So we had to be able to distribute that kind of control to somebody. And that's the same with the dev. The dev's now renounced, though. The contract's deployed, it's renounced. But, I think the question is why? Why would I waste my time being here? I'm not getting paid to be here. Is Virus getting paid? There's a lot of things as to why people do anything, but somebody always needs control, So yeah, Virus has got control, and I don't think he's going to lock the key, and everything's pretty good. And if it moons to a point whereby there's hundreds and hundreds of thousands in the marketing wallet, then we're having an AMA. It's a super concern, a massive concern. But right now, when we've got 6 BNB in there and we're at 17K, it's not a problem. It's not a problem at all. So what we're looking at is an opportunity for people to be able to enter at this stage and to see where this goes. And I think that we're in a safe place, and we're looking for a distribution of that marketing access to be able to redistribute that responsibility. And when it comes to the website, again, it's completely community driven. It was created within 3 hours. So what you've got is somebody that created a website, somebody that did that within a matter of, I think, 24 to 48 hours, somebody that said, hey, I'm going to improve that website. And I think that's what the update is. We have to see what their update is. But we've got some live charts on there. The website's really cool. But when it comes down to where's the information? Where's that? Where's all these things? When someone comes in the chat and they say, where's this? Where's that? Where's Dev? Do this. The question is, you should do it. You can do it. There is no asking someone else to do something. When you live with your parents, you say, Mom, Dad, where's this? Do this. When you live by yourself, you've got to do it yourself because there's no one around. Now, that is a community token right now. So if we're not on a voting page, submit us. If we don't have a YouTube page, make us one. If we need a shill video, make us one. If we need an AMA, book one and jump in there and speak. If everyone could do anything. So in that process, there's going to be gaps that we need to fill. So if the website's not got full information, it will be corrected. And that's the exciting thing. And then we're growing in such an organic way that we're going to be the seed, the little plantlet, and then we're going to grow from that point. And right now we're really early. But yeah, I think the analogy you said is cool.
If I may add, for example, as you were stating, so we cannot have one person have the keys. I get that. And it just popped to my mind. So maybe we can have 3, 4 marketing wallets and have the money divided between those 4, I have just 4 people in charge. It's what we make of it again. And we have been repeating that over and over again. And I think that's such a new idea, but yet it was the way it was used to be done. That's old school. That's old school crypto for the community. So it just sounds weird today. This is for the community. And people are like, yeah, but what do you mean? Who do I talk to? Well, you know, for example, I myself, I'm not any crypto millionaire yet, but I have a rule. Into meme coins, I never put in more than 0.25 beans. That's just me. That's just my type of wallet. And I just went into this one, put 0.25 when I got in at 50K, and it pumped and started dumping, whatever. But when I realized what this was, again, what this is becoming, and people coming together and saying, hey, I love this, I want to participate, I just started DCA more. And right now I have a max back, and I'm happy with it. I don't mind if it goes to 0. And the reason I don't mind is not because I'm rich. The reason I don't mind is because if it goes to 0, it means that I didn't do well enough. I feel that max back is in my hands and I can contribute to make it work, So it's not about making that back make a lot of excess, which of course will be nice,
but it's about making something. It's sort of like I was also mentioning this to Kay. It's like being a fan of a sports team. You get a lot of people are fans of soccer or football teams or whatever sport you watch, and they're just diehard fans. They have the flags and the pictures, and they go to the games, and they get all excited and drink with their bodies. And what's in it for them? Absolutely nothing. They don't own anything in the team. They're not a player in the team, but they're part of a community. So something like this is brewing right now, and that's why it gets me so excited. On the past 48 hours since its launch, I've been here every waking moment. I mean, just like you guys, I have shit to do. And I put that on the side a little bit because I want to be here. And right now, I'm in the chat again more than 16 hours a day for the past 2 days, because new people come in and they just ask, like, what is this about? When marketing, when moon, and there needs to be somebody in there to answer those questions, because right now we don't have the structure all figured out. So I'm there because I care about this.
That's a great point, Axe. And I think that's something to really add on, because when people talk about virus or different people, I saw that guy on UK time, BST time that I live on, burn himself out. I went to bed. I left my computer on. I left my phone on. I left it on charge. I went to bed. I woke up. I came back and I had a live stream in front of me. He wasn't still asleep. Loads of people weren't asleep. Now, when you've got a normal life, family, children, job, responsibilities, and you're doing, you're pushing crypto, you're going to get burnt out. We're on day 3. 24 hours plus was pushed by some of the most influential people, in the crypto space. And now we're at this stage. Of course, they're going to be burnt out. Of course, they have to do other things. Of course, Axe is going to be burnt out. I'm going to be burnt out. I'm going to have to do something else eventually at some point. And I can't always be around. So this is whereby community tokens can strive. And that's why you can't ask for someone to do everything. It's impossible. It can't happen. So like when I looked at what was going on and I saw the flow, the wave, I thought, this is an opportunity for me. I could quite easily use my connections, get an AMA, talk about this, and get people, hearing this great story that I'm telling people on normal chats. Let's do this. I went away for about 24 hours to 48 hours. I had to drive. Driving's the worst thing. You can't use crypto. But I got back. Now it's a Wednesday. It's like day 3 almost. And I've managed to, implement what I wanted to do. And I've seen that clearly people are going to be burnt out. So now it's my turn to be able to do something, to be able to get the message out and to participate and use that kind of like tool that you've got to be able to move things. And already, since we did this AMA, we went from an 18,000 market cap, we're up to almost 25,000. And we've got a huge pump on the chart. And that's just from coming into this AMA. So we've joined this Gold Diggers AMA here at K-Lab, and we've transformed the community, we've transformed the chart, and we've re-erected, we've re-entered, we've re-energized, we've given the community a Red Bull, we've just like boosted the spirit. And that's what everyone can do. So it's like tag team, like a football team, like Ax was saying, sports. You can't keep going. No one can keep going. We all need rest. We all need spirituality. We all need whatever we do in our lives. So there has to be some participation there. Hey, next.
Yeah, okay, nice one, Kay. Nice one, Axel. It's good. It has to be, we have to have some participation in, but it's only if you are going to let us into it. That's why I'm just concerned in regards to your TG. Not
Oh, you still can't get access to it?
Yeah, well, there's no access. That's what I was saying. You're talking about community, we have to contribute our own part. But
Yeah.
I can't see the chat. I just tried to join. I went from your website. I went from our pin message. I joined in, but I can't see anything. That's what I'm saying. I'm just going to the picture there.
We need some mods that can get the Anthony, if you're listening, if you can help out there. But yeah, what we need to do, if you can DM me, or maybe I can grab your username. Let's think the best way. But there's people that need to give control. And right now we don't have a structural control of different mods and admins and stuff like that. And you got to be aware of giving that control out so early.
That's just a concern, because if you know Virus very well, and Virus is giving his all from what you guys are saying, Virus is putting more effort. You're burning out of this to get Mooshi to where it is. You have a good starting, but looking at your charts is down. But we need people to push this thing up. But if you don't have the access to get to hear from virus, a lot of us have been rock pulled. If you have to unmute all the 100 and something members here and tell them to give you a story, about 90% of them either face honeypot, be rock pulled, or be burned by the crypto space. And a lot of persons are losing. So trust is one thing. You'll be speaking, and we are building that trust. We, the community, we are getting the trust for what you're saying. But still, there's a need to read up on what you have. So there's a need for us to be in your TG, for us to be with your community, for us to read through, for us to get an idea, to hear from virus, to hear from you, to see your pin message, to hear your post, whatever. Then contribute our own portion to the community token and see where it reaches. Nobody believed that Bitcoin from $4 in 2011 will get to where it is. So that's the beginning. Every coin has a little beginning. It has to be on a trustworthy beginning, which you guys have for now. But we need to get there. That's just my concern. And I just like the fact that you clarify to a point where we can get this sorted out. So our community member can get into your TG and see what is in there.
Sure. Well, if it's a Telegram, go Axe.
Yeah, just to interrupt here. I hear you 100%, Nelks. Basically, the solution to what you're saying is a structure, and we're working on it, right? Like, for example, last night, whatever time it was, I don't know anymore. So I was in the chat rating and going to channels and talking about this. And then I got banned from the MOONSHI channel for spamming because I was trying to coordinate raids, right? That makes no sense. And that's because it's on structure. We're building it. But last night also I got admin rights, obviously, to stop that from happening. So let me see if I can check on your problem there. I don't know why you wouldn't be able to get into the TG. But yeah, I mean, it's a matter of organizing the people that are interested in making this work. I'm not talking about the 2,000 plus members in the channel, because most of them, as with anywhere, they don't care. Either they're like, here's $10, please give me 100 in return, and they don't want to do anything for it. And that's fine, nothing wrong with that. Maybe they're very busy, but we just need to organize the people that are interested in this, like for real, that are willing to put in time. It doesn't matter if it's 10 minutes a day or 10 hours a day, whatever you want to put in some time and work your back. Then yeah, we just get together and get a structure. So let's try to figure out why you can't get into the TG and get some organizing going,
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, all right, Kejam. Cool. So, over to you, Caleb. There's still stuff I've written down that I will ask maybe after Caleb go discuss with you. So.
I think that's well said, Nelks. Like we said, we're happy that even the website is finally out. That alone gives people peace of mind because they can get every information they want to get about MOONSHI. But now we're talking to the community. So I think it's time. I don't know if you mind, KJM, or if you have more information to share. I mean, feel free to do that. But since this is the community token, I think it's a great time for us to involve the community as well. Let's hear their opinion.
Yeah.
Let's see what they have to say and
Caleb,
stuff.
This is the best part of AMAs. I love it. I think if I hosted an AMA group, I'd have people talking more at the beginning. I think it's the best part, and all of the people listening here, 116 people, it's just gone up since we've been talking. I think I'm maxed about 124. This is where you learn. This is where we grow. So I love the part where we can talk to your community. So if we can get as many people talking as possible, if you can keep your questions really brief so we can get as many people in, and we can have more of like a podcast kind of conversation, that would be great. So if everyone listening can ask and have like a contribution, that would be the best thing for this recording, so that we can, get new investors listening in to what real investors have to say. Let's go.
Great. All right, guys. I think it's time for you to raise your hand if you do have a question. Like he says, you want to keep your question. If you do have a question, You want to say from Diamond? HP? Diamonds? Okay, I think we'll move. Let's get a question from Greg.
Yeah, Caleb, your mic is bouncing in and out sometimes. But yeah, if you got a free hand and you got a question to ask.
Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Oh, yeah. Thank you for letting me asking some questions. KJM, I already. It's almost 1 hour for this AMA, right? It's very amazing. Very complex explanation about Moonship, but just as I already said on the website, you guys. So basically, this is a community token, right? The contract is also renounced, which makes me wonder how this token would be sustained in the future. Like I'm focusing on the community as much as I know. When a token with a community base, it's rather than from the utilities, it's from the communities that will sustain the token. And is there any depth on this token or on the Mooshi? Thank you. I hope
Yeah,
you got my question.
sure, Dismiss. This is a fantastic question. Really, thanks for the things you say. Really grateful for the words you say. And I'm going to speak really blunt here. Look at the market we're in. This is not a token for longevity. Be very careful. Don't hold this token for years. Get that out of your head. Like, understand exactly what you're doing right now in DeFi. Understand exactly where this token was from and how it was created, and exactly the analysis we said. So right now we're in a very difficult market, and it's totally uncontrollable. It would be insane. Be careful who promises you the future. I'm talking about the moment, and we're having a conversation right now. Nobody's promising the future. I'm never gonna promise you the future. But right now, as we sit, there is life. There is a huge amount of life, and it could come days, it could come weeks. And if you're investing in a protocol like this, don't try to cheat out on and get scared with your anxiety, but definitely take profit. Take your initial out, keep going, keep working the system in that way. But in terms of like longevity of where it might go with utility, it would be dreaming. And yeah, you can jump into the community and you can dream. And that's what we've been doing. And that's why we're here right now. But as it sits, BNB could go down tomorrow, Bitcoin could go down tomorrow, the war in Ukraine could advance. There's so many things that could happen that would affect all of those things. So be very careful about what you're doing in DeFi, but understand exactly where you are. So I would say 100%, if you're investing in this token, look to put in what you can afford, look to take out your initial, look to make profit, and then contribute, continue to contribute within the community and drive that to see where we can go at that point. But do not buy the token to feel like you should hold it for years. Do not buy the token to feel like there's a team that's going to continue, because the team is non-existent. The team is just people existing in this space already. So be very careful, be aware, but yeah, just I don't know, make sure you get what you need. Actually, you're probably best at explaining.
I just want to add something to it. So with every single meme coin out there, I don't think anybody is delusional enough to think, oh yeah, I'm gonna hold this for 10 years. Well, no, that's not a good idea, right? However, the fact that this particular token is up an open canvas and is up for anyone to come in and say, guys, we can do this, and that, nothing, and I mean nothing, it stops it from becoming something else. Like somebody was mentioning, how about we actually get some staking into the token? Let's do some rewards for the community for staking, so we have a reason to hold. And we're like, yeah, that's a great idea, but we need to pay an actual developer to create a app for us and to have a stocking mechanism and to have rewards, and we need to set all that up. Yes, it's possible, but we need to get the token much higher and have a fatter marketing wallet so we can put money towards that. So at that point, maybe we can turn this into a 10-year long investment, because we can do it if we want to do it. But as of right now, of course not. As of right now, it depends on who comes into the community, who does teamwork, and what we make of it. So right now, yes, whatever can happen to the market, sure. But the reason I'm not afraid, or I don't feel the thought of being like, oh, there's a bunch of sales. Should I sell mine? Jesus, should I cut my losses? Right now, I don't feel that with Moonshi, because I feel like my bag is in my hands. It's not in anybody else's hands. It's not in some team that I don't even know, and I have no idea what their plans are, and they might say this and that, but I don't see anything happening. No, it's in my hands. So however amount of work I decide to put into this is going to be reflected directly on my back, you know?
Beautiful. It's kind of how I felt too, Acts too, that, yeah, you're relying so much on, you make your investment, you go to bed, you do whatever you do, and you always rely on someone else to do something, or you're relying on money to buy that something, and then you're relying on your time to be able to sync, whereby you can get the maximum potential out of what happened. And I feel exactly what Ax was saying, is that there's no fear here, because the less participation if you just decide to never post in the Telegram group, never keep an eye on what's happening in the community, yeah, it's going to go down. And if everyone did that, it will go down. But the more that people participate, the more that we've seen. And also, people have seen me, and you're talking about APY projects. So many projects have come about right now when the market's being up and down. Yeah, you can get huge marketing budgets and you can do different things. But I tell you from my own experience here in crypto with DeFi protocols, is that ground root shilling was the most effective, always. I don't know why. And I think that, through psychology and through understanding how to build a community and understanding how the decentralized finance works with the investor, and what that community is to the investment, is something that I'm really serious about. It's something I'm really serious about understanding. But from what I can gather from research, from experience, is that type of marketing was always the more successful one. And that's what we've got right here with Mooshi.
Okay, thank you for your explanation. I guess I'm reassured to at least adding the Mooshi to my watch list and then invest in sometimes later. Thank you, KGM and Axel.
Cool.
Good question, brother.
And up next, we have Greek.
Thank you very much, Caleb. How are you, Kijan? How are you doing today?
Fantastic. Always.
Yeah. That's good to see. So it's possible my audio drops out a bit. Just let me know if you cannot hear me anymore.
Okay.
So yeah, I've been following through, and honestly, I am impressed by the team and how you guys basically say carry yourself, and the kind of promises you make or you have made, and I feel these are the ways you guys have been carrying yourself in other AMAs too. So basically, what I'm trying to point out is, you are not. I checked the website, yeah, and then I was shocked to see Mooshi was born due to investors in a previous project who got scammed, and you saying, or you not promising, Lambos or private jets or holidays on a yacht in Australia or something. I think it's quite good, and I feel we need more developers like you and your partner. Something solely on the community, something that the community drives. Because I feel we have, even though we keep claiming that we want crypto to be decentralized, people are not willing to put in the work to actually achieve this decentralization, and I think they are just putting their hopes in a few persons, developers, and usually these guys are the ones making all the money and reaping all the rewards. Yeah, so I don't know if this might come off as a question or as a suggestion. Yeah, seeing that I checked your charts and I saw that you are more in a phase where you are more of in a consolidation phase. The buys are literally almost equal to the sells. and it shows that you have something going on in the community. I have not been able to join the community also. Um, so basically, what I want to know is, since you personally are banking on the community members, I think this is the first like fully community driven token that I have seen. I know, and devs are not the ones at the forefront doing when marketing and all of the other stuff. So I feel, is there any way you intend to say incentivize the community um to see things the way you are seeing them? I think that's the first thing, yeah. Because I feel if there's little you can do, honestly, even if you have your billboards in front of White House and you have ads scrolling on Al Jazeera and CNN and all of the big TV channels, I think it's just so much that can achieve without the community. So do you have, say, incentives, not even in terms of monetary? I see the work that you and your partner have put in, but what other incentives, say, do you plan on to, say, push this further? Is there a campaign for, say, oh, get one investor today, preach this the gospel of Moonshi to someone today, what do you guys have on ground for this?
Yeah, yeah. Great question, Greek. I love your explanation. I love your analysis there. What we just said, really grateful for that. It means a lot. And 100% again, down to the psychology, down to the experience, down to what is happening right now. Just forget everything you know and enter it with a complete blank mind. The community token is completely open. And then when it comes down to like questions like you, this, that, there isn't, there's all of the suggestions you made, you can come in and do them. And when it comes to like incentives, this protocol was launched through many people losing a lot of money. So we're not going to pay people to participate in other people getting their money back. So when it comes to how do you feel involved, how do you give reward back to the community, how do you give participation feeling, you invest your own money into this protocol, and then you're tied. You feel the feeling of connection, the anxiety, the responsibility. And then instead of allowing, like you said, a really great way at the beginning, like 2 people, 3 people, put too much responsibility on like the devs. If you then put yourself at the forefront as to how that is going to go up, then that is the rewarding feeling, and that is the advanced feeling. And then within that, the participation is what we're looking for. So how do you give reward to the community? We give the reward by saying, you can come in here right now. You can come, anybody right now. There's 2 people, it's me and X right now, from a group that has over 2,000 people, that has a huge amount of holders, that has done really well, that still exists, speaking in an AMA. How many people out of this AMA, 110 people, want to speak in an AMA? How many people feel like they have a participation whereby they could do that? They want to do that. Well, if you were a member of our group, you could be here right now doing that. You could be doing so many things. The opportunity for what you could give and what you could get and the reward is better than BNB, BUSD, So I think investing in the protocol gets the participation, and make sure you make your initial back, your profit, make sure you do what you do like that. But outside of that, the involvement is what is the biggest reward, I would say. The involvement is going to be more richer, more tasteful than a transfer on the Binance Smart Chain.
And just to follow up on that, Kay, let me give you a specific example, Greg, of a concrete answer to your question. So what rewards do you have in mind? That question can easily be followed up by you giving us your opinion, you know, because I'm sure you've been in projects and you thought, oh, I wish they did this, or I wish they did that. That would be nice, Well, bring that over to the table, my man. You know what I'm saying? Say, I think you should do this. And we're going to ask you, all right, sounds good, great. How do you plan to achieve it? And you're going to be like, well, we can do this, this, and that. And then as a community, we just vote and make it happen,
honestly, I don't think I've come across devs, or like, I think I'll call you devs like this, or project owners like this. I like your spirit. I like how you're going about this, and I will try to make sure I get into the community. I think there were issues earlier, but I'll jump in. Find a way to rally up the people, get people to do one or two things. Yeah, I feel there are a lot of things we can achieve as a community working hand in hand, than just few individuals running around and doing this and that. I think yeah, and then also if there are, say, a couple of, because the BS space is crazy, yeah. Even though you're opening this to the community, there are people lurking on the side trying to scam, other members of the community. Well, I think if there are incentives, or if there are ways to protect others from these scammers or these bad actors, I think I feel so many persons might want to come forward, just to share their 2 cents, in order to push Mooshi forward, seeing we all tend to benefit on the long run. Yeah, so thank you very much, Caleb. Thank you very much, Kijam
Thanks.
and Slow, for your time.
All right, let's go. Let's go, community.
Thanks
What you got to ask?
for that.
Our chart's
Great.
pumping
Let's
since it's
up
AMA.
next. Yeah, let's get a question
Sorry,
from
Caleb.
Lilith.
Hi,
Yo.
I do have a question. Question is, will you guys focus on Moonshi like 100% on this project, or also involve other projects like jumping to one in another until it becomes successful? And you have plans on having a temporary partnership with other meme coins just to gain more community and exposure, and, investors. And since I've also read in your website that you guys came from being scammed by another project, how will you guys also ensure that this meme coin wouldn't do the same? Since, to be honest, I've read that you just brainstormed for 3 hours. So how many guys did how many games did you really brainstorm in this project? Like, how close are you guys, and or is just really a team, or is the whole community really a part of it?
Yeah, this is a great question. Leaf there, and this AMA has been going on 1 hour 30. That's like less time than what we brainstormed, and we went through all of this. But we can recap that when the project was created through those 3 hours, there's a lot of ways in which the contract cannot interact the same way that the coin did, that rugged, which created this coin. It's impossible for that to happen with the solidity and with the code. And what's really great about it is that what you mentioned there about the team and the website and are we doing other things? This is the psychology of it. Change your thinking completely when it comes to it. Everybody that was involved in this token was involved in another token, and they were buying the token. Everybody was buying the token. There was a team. They were an Indonesian team, it seems, that then rugged the protocol. That protocol had a lot of attention, 200 people plus in the VC. That went all the way to 600 people in the VC, and it went to thousands of people, over 1,000, sorry, being in the Telegram group very early. And what happened is that the individuals that invested in that protocol, whether they be investors with day jobs, whether they be developers, or whether they be anything else, all had their lives outside of when that rug happened. Nobody knew it was going to happen apart from the people within that team. So the contract right now can never do that. The team themselves are going to jump between protocols and other tokens and other things in their life 100%. So that's why me and Axe are here, looking for people within the community to not only invest, but to participate with their skill set, because everyone can only do so much. And the success of this token, the security of this token is based on that. It's based on that there is no control. There is no control whereby people will be doing this solely. And maybe in time, people will move towards that. But it was created within a small time frame, with an experience of a moment, within a happening. And now we're here in the AMA to tell the story, to record the story, to then be able to then share it to other people who are coming in. So Of course, yeah, Liv, to your question, team are going to be doing like me and Axe. Let's say if we're a team, we're going to be doing other things. The overall community are going to be doing other things, and it's going to involve people being able to add Moonshi into their existing life, because Moonshi was created by accident, I guess. By a happening, you walk down the street and something falls on your head. I could ask you the question: Did you control that? So I don't know why we're here and would we be doing other things and what the future will hold. But what we're at right now is that everybody is just hands on deck with what they can do, and that's the exciting thing. So maybe yourself, you can come on board and you can participate.
Right. So will you guys also fix the website, since I've read the whole website and it has grammatical error and some errors in spellings and stuff. So will you guys also mind that fixing it?
That's a beautiful thing. That's exactly what we mean. I mean, maybe it would have taken us a day to a week to spot those errors, and you saw them. That's what the power of the community is. That's exactly what we mean. What you just did right there. And I don't want to make any assumptions here, but you sound like a very young person. I just want to congratulate you for being here, not just for joining the crypto space, but to trying to educate yourself. I'm sure you're gonna have a bright future, and feel free to step up, show your skills, show your ideas, become part of the team.
Thank you.
You.
All right. I think let's move on. Thank you for that as well, Lily. Up next, I have Alfred. Alfred, you're muted.
Thank you for the opportunity.
Alfred, you want to ask a question?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah. So my question is, I want to know, what if the bear market comes up? We are talking probably dump. Do you have any plan prepared to face the bear market, and how do you panic? How are you prepared for the panic sale?
Yeah, I'll let Axe take this because I'd absolutely lose my shit if I have to talk about the moment anymore in the future. But Axe, what have you got on that? Can you talk about the future, Axe?
The future of what we have, brother. Thank you for the question, Alfred. Whatever you have in your mind right now, whatever holds your imagination, whatever you wish this could be, it possibly can. And what I mean by that is it's an open canvas. Imagine that somebody created a country just overnight, and the piece of land is already there, and the flag is already there, and the name of the country is already there. And they tell you, you're welcome to help us build this country, make it whatever you want it to be. You want to set up an idea here. Do you think the city should be here? Do you think the roads should look this way? Do you think the schools should look this way? Should we put a hospital here or there? Basically, it's whatever you want to make it to be. So you come in, you show some ideas. If your ideas are great, everyone's going to like them. And they're going to be like, yeah, let's do that. Those are the plans for the future. Right now, at the present, the critical thing is for us to build a community. The people that have raised their hands in the past 24 hours to come together, to organize ourselves, to grow this number, and then put structure into place, So that's where you come in, brother. That's where we are inviting you.
Yeah, and that's a fantastic thing to look at there. And just to add, Alfred, when it comes to the bear market and stuff, like, if you found someone that knew the answer to the question you said, be wary of that person because nobody knows. And then if you did find someone, then that's going to be real trippy because that's somebody that can predict the future. And then what would life be if you can understand what's coming next, right? Is the universe, predetermined? Do you have control? What's happening? All these kind of questions, and they move into a longer philosophical AMA. So right now, there's an opportunity. And look at the chart. People have entered into that opportunity since me and Ax started talking in here. They didn't waste any time. Now, what's going to happen with the bear market? Nobody knows. What do I hope? It gets better. It gets better for everyone, because all of us here in this VC, we're involved in crypto and we want it to succeed. And it's better when we're in a more of an uptrend market than is in a downtrend. But of course, the uptrends come with the responsibilities too, and you can get wrecked really easy in an uptrend. So, right now we're in a bear trend. Right now, stealth launches, meme coins, they're the ones that are succeeding. They're the ones where you're going to make your money. And this is exactly what we're talking about. And this is the opportunity we're giving all of you, everyone here.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Cool.
Yeah, thanks, Alfred. K-Jam, Ax, are you guys okay to get questions?
Yeah, I'm good.
Awesome.
Ax, how are you?
Doing fantastic, brother.
Yeah, we're ready. We're good.
Awesome. Okay. Let's get a question from Henderson. Henderson, you're muted.
Hey, K-Jam.
Hi.
How you doing, man? Yeah.
Doing really good, thanks.
Yeah, I must say it's all right, great. So I must say it's been a fantastic AMA so far. Yeah, and I say this as a great project. And there are many other projects out there that also tend to show their project strength. And that you can see on their white paper, you can see on their what's it called, on their websites. Yes. So, but what I admire the most, and I believe what the community admire the most, are those who knows theirs. So this would lead to my question, and I want you to be as transparent as you can be and sincere, of course, which you have been so far, I must say. So the question is, I don't know, what is the current flaws of your projects, and are you also making plans to resolve all of this?
Yeah, great question. Jump in the community VC, and there's loads of this kind of conversation happening. But let's address some of the bigger ones on the AMA and more of the ones, and it's important. This is really important, Anderson. Don't be blind. Don't be blind as an investor. This is a rogue space. The people at the bottom might be rogue. The people at the top are definitely rogue, and the people in the middle, they're doing dirty things. It's dirty all the way up. CoinMarketCap, PancakeSwap, look into it. It's super dirty. So it's just where we are right now. But what we're trying to do is create that space, create that kind of space whereby we can get something from it. So yeah, there is opportunity here, and I'm very careful about what I try to talk about when it comes to that. But when it comes to like the biggest obstacles, I would say one thing I found late was that I'm trying to convince people what this is about. Why is it different to any other meme coin launching now, tomorrow, yesterday? So all of these things are a problem, and this legacy story is something that's been really hard to convey. So we're already an hour plus into our AMA, and we're explaining this. Now we're taking questions on it. So not everyone's got the time to be able to understand how we came about. Once you understand the origin, there's a little bit more bullishness about it. And when it comes down to some of the obstacles, there's always going to be the nefarious business within crypto. But I think we're pretty safe when it comes to it right now. And if there is any problem as a community base, we can talk about it. And I think that's the best way to be. And, when it comes to the biggest problem that I faced, because again, I'm not a team member, I'm do other things. So like, what am I as an investor? One thing I found is the sell pressure. The biggest, and to be honest, the sell pressure. So if I were to be honest to you, Anderson, I would say that the tokens would usually moon, and I said this early, and then they would then drop and they would sell. Now, whatever happened to this token, whether or not we were snipered at the beginning, and there was a sniper bot that got in and bought a lot of tokens, they didn't let the project pump high and then sell off at the top and let it die. They kept it going. And there was a sniper bot that got in early, and there has been a sniper bot that's been pulling our chart down. We don't know who that is. We're looking into that. We're trying to investigate, this kind of behavior. But outside of that, we can understand who those wallets are, how much they've got. There's a transparency across crypto. And we can now see that whoever it was doing that did not wreck the chart. They did not wreck the community. They did not wreck the project. They did not wreck the LP. And I've been in projects before whereby they pumped and somebody's removed the LP. So now all of a sudden you're screwed. There's no LP. It's gone. So they just removed it, you know. So we've got a chart that has been manipulated, and there has been sell pressure. There has been the general, you know, launch kind of hype, promo, euphoria, you know, this kind of behavior that happens in crypto. But we're now at a stage where we're understanding, is this possible for this token to moon? And that is moving more towards yes. And I bet if you're like NASA and you're trying to land like a satellite, a rover, or something on a planet somewhere in our solar system, there's always a large possibility of no. There's never 100% of yes. So the possibility towards us getting closer is higher. And that's what's good. But in terms of like what's my biggest thing, and to be honest with you, would be to understand it's annoying that within crypto there is people that use, you know, AI in order to get an advantage. You go, Axe, jump in, please.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I just want to add to that. That's not gonna be stopped. You know, you cannot help it. People are gonna use whatever means they can to apply whatever strategy they have to get to the goal that they want to obtain. So we have people, right? For example, right now as we're here talking, the chart is going up. A lot of buys are coming in. You think it's just gonna go up forever? Of course not. At some point, some people that just came in for a quick buck are gonna sell, and that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. That's how they want to do it. What we're offering here, or what we're inviting you to do here, is to join a higher vision of turning something that currently is nothing into something meaningful and impactful within the community. That's what we're saying here. So, for example, right now I'm not even looking at it. I'm not even looking at the chart. I don't care how much it is there right now. I'm just helping. I'm just working. I'm rating. I'm chilling. I'm here answering questions. Again, because this is in my hands. It's on me. You know what I'm saying? So if you trust yourself and your abilities, just put them to the test. You know, I don't care whoever comes in and uses bots or not, or just buys to try to sell and buy again at a resistance. I don't care about those people. I don't care about the people coming in asking when Binance, when Moon, when whatever, because they don't care about the project. They don't care about investing time. They just want a quick buck, you know. So we're offering here a different type of vision, a different type of plan, a different type of community here. You get me?
Yeah, man, great. I must say, just like I said before, I'm impressed. I love the confidence. I love how you believe and so much trust and this project. And I'm sort of continuing on. I don't know how late I joined. Hello, can you hear me?
Lost your mic.
You're cutting up a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay, sorry. So just like I said, I'm impressed. I'm impressed, and I love the way you show so much faith, so much trust, and the transparency about this project. It's really something that I like. So sort of continuing on, I just want to know. I don't know how late I joined the project. I don't know. Are you guys launched?
Yeah. Well. Yeah, it's a slightly crazy question.
All right. Yes, it did launch. You want me to take that? Okay.
Anderson, come on.
Yeah. So I was just saying that. Yeah, it launched over 2 days ago. If that's a question. And yeah. So we went over that. I don't want to repeat the whole beginning to it of how this came to be for our listeners who were here from the beginning. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I just want to know because I think I joined the program a little late. So I don't know if there are plans you have to achieve a stable economy that can give the investors confidence in this project. You know, stable economy is something that is really important in the space. So are there plans for a stable economy?
No, impossible. what we're offering people is an opportunity right now in this market to be able to participate in something whereby they can use their skill set and their investment, and they can show their own investment through their own skill set to be able to make a success of this protocol. And any reassurance when it comes to the stuff you're talking about is impossible to do completely. And what we'll do, Anderson, is we'll jump on to some next questions here. For if there's anyone that's got any questions about what me and Axe spoke about in this AMA for the last almost 2 hours, let us know. This is what we want to answer. We want to answer the questions that people have, that people have participated in, whether it be the protocol or whether it be the AMA. So thanks for your questions, Anderson.
Yeah, thanks,
All right,
Anderson, for your
welcome.
question. Let's get a question from Crypto Mindset.
Hello, Caleb. How are you?
Hey, how you
KJ,
doing,
I'm
Mindset?
I'm fine. I really enjoyed your presentation, and I must say, you guys is actually what we want to see, what we need at this critical time. I myself have suffered a lot of blog pulls, and I've been scammed at some point in time. But my question is, since your project is mainly focused on the aim of the project is guess was those who have been scammed maybe at some point in stage in their crypto journey. So I would love to know, are you going to integrate a artificial intelligence anti-scam utility that will consolidate the hype of the project?
Yeah, so like an anti-scam, you can renounce the contract. The contract's been completely renounced. The taxes are set. The liquidity is locked, is burnt. Everything from the deployment of the contract is done, and we're looking good. Apart from sniper bots that got in early, we're looking really good. And when it comes down to who has access to the contract, that's just somebody that has access to the marketing wallet, and that's our friend Virus that spearheaded this whole project, and we're good. We're looking really good. So when it comes to security, you couldn't be more secure in this.
Right. And secondly, how do you plan to give your project a very solidified, substantial base to succeed amidst the bearish conditions we are actually facing in out and in on and off day? Like, do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do, and I've answered this question like so many times, and like everyone listening, nobody can tell the future. Like, look into philosophy, look into consciousness, the moment, all of these things. There is no answer to all of these things, and if you're looking for that kind of an answer, then be careful, because it doesn't exist. Okay, I'll tell you how the market's going to act tomorrow, and then you walk down the street and you fall over and you break your leg. It doesn't matter what the market's doing tomorrow. You're in hospital. Your life's changed radically. That's outside of what I've done. So nobody knows. You're just an individual like me. We're having a conversation. That's all we've got right now.
That's actually, you said it very right. Actually, you can't really say what is going to happen by, let's say, some few hours or tomorrow, now and then. Thank you for answering the questions, and thank you, Caleb, for having me here.
Cool.
Yeah. Thanks. But I wanna say something real quick. KJ. What I want to say is for everyone who's joining and who have been listening, you want to put in mind that it's still good to make your own research. Even with everything you've heard from here so far, you can also feel free to go to that Telegram channel. They're always on VC. Ask them your question and tell them where you lag in, right? Let them give you every details and stuff like that. It's not a financial advice. I mean, KJAM or Axis is not going to tell you, well, put in 50 BNB, put in 2 BNB, and get some profit. No one's gonna give you a financial advice because it's your money. You have the right to invest on the project if you, I mean, if you love the concept and stuff like that. But what I would just want to tell you guys is, if you have more concern about the project, you can always hop onto the Telegram channel and ask more details about the project. So don't think that maybe people coming here is them to advise you should invest on the project. And because I was getting a message and was telling me that why does it sound like it's a must we should invest on the project and stuff like that? No one is telling you to invest on the project. Make your own research. Then if you're okay with what you had, then you can go ahead with your bag.
Mm. And is that like what people have been feeling? People have been feeling like we're pushing them to invest, and I guess that's what we're in the midst of. Like when you've got an opportunity in front of you, you know, it's an opportunity, is not a longevity. It's an experience, so it doesn't last long. So we've got an opportunity. We're trying to tell people about an opportunity, but people are asking us about long-term visions. So it doesn't mix, doesn't work. And that's, this is, go Axe.
Thank you, brother. Sorry for interrupting there. So I just want to try to clear this out for the new people that are coming, because we're pushing 2 hours here. And personally, I don't mind going 5, 10, or the whole day. But since this is being recorded, once it's shared, people are going to be looking at it. It's going to be like, oh, it's 2, 3 hours long. I don't have time for that, you know? So I just want to have this as concise as possible. Kay and myself, we're not the team. We're not the devs. We don't own this. We're just community members. And we're not here trying to sell a project. We're not here trying to tell you, invest your money, it's going to be good for you. No. What we're here to share, what we're here to tell you, the good news here is, guess what, guys? There is a safe space in the Binance Smart Chain network right now. This was born out of incredible circumstances. It was all random, and it was just born, and it's becoming something else. 100% for the community, by the community, a safe place. We're just telling you about it. Now, as far as what plans you have, again, it's up to you. Come join the family. Grab a bag. Tell us your suggestions. Who knows? Maybe somebody listening here is going to become, I don't know, the one in charge of marketing, or the one in charge of rates, or the one in charge of future MAAs. I don't know. This is going to be in your hands. We're just telling you about this safe place where the contract has been renounced and the LP has been locked for life. And it's on us. It's a 100% owned and driven community token.
Well said. Perfect.
Yeah.
Man, I'm bullish myself, on top of being bullish before.
Yeah, want to give me another bag?
Yeah.
Yeah. Next, you can go ahead.
Yeah, KJ, cool. Axon, your new website, wow, it's good. It's mind blowing. It has every details there. Okay. Quickly, you said you have to, for us to get the coin, someone has to download the MetaMask on your new website, which is awesome. But is that just MetaMask only? Can someone use any other wallets that they have to get the coin? Because I just saw that there. That's what I'm just asking.
Yeah, so with the Web3 interface within the website, we have like the website update. So we've got like a live bar on the different charts there. You can connect MetaMask, Binance Wallet. You can do a wallet connect, whereby you can get all the other options. And then you also have a Coinbase wallet install option. So you have more options than usual. And that's the kind of improvements we're talking about. People might look at the website and go, hey, it's the same. No, we're talking about smart technological innovation within the website. So we've got that top bar across the top that tells you about the market. That's why we're talking about the market. The market's the most important thing. There we go. We got the market. Then you've got the token. You got the information. You got the bar. You got the chart, a live chart within the website. No need to access PancakeSwap, KuCoin. There's no need to put the address in there. You got the chart on the website live, and you can integrate within that. And it's a fantastic interface. It's to be able to use that. And yeah, you can then press Wallet Connect. You've got all those options, and you can purchase with BNB the token live on the website. So the improvements are fantastic, and this is great that it happened live within our website too. This is the type of innovation. We've got the first AMA, the second update. We've got price action on the chart. We've got community participation. We've got feedback, questions. It's fantastic.
All right, cool. I just want to get that out. I know majority of investors use Trust Wallet, and so if the option is there,
Use Wallet Connect, and you should be able to use your Trust Wallet through the Wallet Connect.
All right, thanks, mate. Over to you, Caleb.
Yeah, let's get the last question from Shiloh. Shiloh, you're muted.
Hey guys, I'm just part of the senior helpers over on Mooshi. I just wanted to stop in and say I'm at work.
Beautiful.
So I can't really join in on it, but everybody knows I'm currently working. But I was a part of that big old mess, and I love to see everybody coming here, and I love to see the community stepping in. And as you guys do see, our website is up and running, so we're not giving up on this. That's for damn sure. Gonna keep pushing. It's a community token. Virus is the fellow that holds the marketing wallet. We brainstormed for everything. We talked for hours trying to figure out a new name, talked for hours to figure out the taxes and stuff like that. We did what a community wants. Buy a bag, you're now a part of the community, you're now a part of the team. That's how this token works, guys. If you have an idea, shoot it forward, talk it out, shoot it out, help this token. That's what it is. It's to prove that what a community can do with no dev. You don't need a developer to pull your funds out. What happened like the last fella did. He rugged us so hard for like 80 grand. So we're going to show him how it actually is supposed to work. That's what we're doing.
Amazing. And that's what we're going to get more and more. The more we spread this AMA message, the more the community that we have, which is a big community, a big amount of holders, they hear that we're talking, the more that people are going to come in, open their mic, and tell their story. And there was loads of people in there. And that's what's going to make this original, organic, and real, and give us the edge against protocols that are launching tomorrow, the next day, and all the other meme coins that are joining the stealth launch. So I'm more bullish now every time someone speaks about what's happening.
That's the thing, right? Like, you just see everything that's going down. You don't want to be in this project. Like, okay, there's so many big names in with this token and want to push this token. Virus alone has his name on the damn line. I mean, what more can you really, like, there's no more transparency you can possibly do.
Yeah, that's a really good analysis.
Everybody,
like what people were saying is like what's the point for them, or what they're going to like make and stuff. Like there's a lot of people that have got their name in this, they're here to try and push that. So why would people not want things like this to succeed?
Right, exactly. So, but of course you're going to have the same amount of people. Let's say there's I'm sure everybody in the crypto space has their enemies. Even I have some enemies in the crypto space, or people that don't like me, and if I'm in on a project they're going to try and FUD. So you got to take care of that. That's where the community steps in and be like, no, screw off. Like, this is our project. We're pushing this, blah, 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 right? You just got to nip it right away. Like, I love the community. The Telegram, like, geez, we opened up the Telegram account, and within the first 30 minutes, we were over 1,000 users. It was crazy. So, and that's with a portal and no bots or anything like that. So
exactly, that's what I tell people too. There was a portal, so you couldn't get bots in. There was 1,000 people in Telegram. There was 600 people in the VC. It was happening. And how many people were there? There must be loads of people in this VC that were there, and that happened.
Yep, totally did. So, and I was quite shocked. I couldn't believe it. But yeah, and it was kind of rushed. Everybody's like, well, why isn't there a website? I'm like, well, guys, this was not expected. This was not planned. And you know what? Sometimes the best tokens are the ones that are not planned.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, like I said, people had things to do. They invested in a protocol. The protocol was hot as hell. 200 people in the VC pumping. A dip.
Yep.
Okay, opportunity. and then it worked. So how did anyone expect the next few hours to go? Nobody planned for this, but this is where we are.
Nobody planned. And I can tell you right now, guys, I'll turn my camera on here in a sec, just one sec, because I'll show you my job site. I work on one of the largest projects in British Columbia, BC, Canada. Okay, there's over 14 tower cranes on this job site and over 3,000 workers on this job site. I'm going to be doing up QR stickers with a link tree introducing what Mooshi is and how it came about, all this other stuff with all our socials and handles and stuff. I also talked to, I'm going to be passing those out to the guys on the job site here. They're all very curious about crypto. They just don't know how to get involved. So I'm going to literally have the link trees and all that stuff done up and have it so that like there's a step-by-step of how to buy and whatnot. And then I'm going to pass those QR stickers out for people to stick on their hard hats. And then I've also spoken to delivery truck drivers that come onto our job site. I'm a tower crane operator, secondary trade, but I'm on the ground training a new guy right now in rigging. He's going to be my rigger when I go up into the seat. So I've spoken to 16 delivery drivers. All of them agreed to take my QR stickers as well and hand them out to different job sites as well. That's the best form of shilling you can do. That'll beat a Twitter post. That'll beat a TikTok post. That'll beat anything like that any day. Word of mouth is so powerful. When I get a delivery from when I order my food, instead of saying another token that I was helping out, now I'm saying, hey, here's $25 in a tip. Go buy Moonshi. That's what I do. And if everybody else did the same thing that I do, well, guess what? This token's going to beat Shiba, for example. Shiba only exploded because of the community behind it. That's the power of a community. If we get behind it, this token will be just like Shiba. It'll blow the hell up too, you know? So.
Wow. Absolutely beautiful. This is great. This is exactly what we want from a community AMA like this, whereby people that have experienced the participation speak about the real happenings, and it's just fantastic. Yeah, Caleb.
I have a personal question for you.
Okay.
I mean, just for you, what's gonna guarantee that once I put in 30 BNB on Moonshi, you're not gonna dump?
Yeah. Well, again, like we talk about the existence of this, the 22K market cap, you didn't get it if you were at launch. Impossible. You were way higher than that. And if we look at the chart where it dipped, you also didn't get it. So there's the opportunity of to buy now is the now. It's the moment. It's the AMA. It's the conversation. There's nothing but that. So if I was to dump on you, then I'm gonna sell at a loss because I bought a lot higher.
Oh, I got in a lot higher too. When launch happened, holy crap, it just went from 3 BNB, which was the launch paid by the developer himself. Well, I shouldn't say the developer, the CA contract guy that spoke up and said he could do one.
Yeah,
he launched it for us. He put his own funds up. He put his own funds up, and he's already been paid back, I believe.
Yeah, he has.
Yes, so he's been paid back. So there's going to be no funds taken out of anywhere unless it's strictly straight up for marketing. And if you have a marketing idea, shoot forward in the Telegram chat, guys. Don't be like, hey, who do I contact for proposal? Just shoot it out in there. Be like, guys, I have a wicked idea. What do you think? And the community gets together and takes a vote on it. That's how it worked. That's how the name Moonshi came about. We shot out a whole pile of names. We voted on it. Same thing with the tax for the liquidity. It's 5 and 5. It was voted on. There were several different other options. 3 and 3 was there. 4 and 1 was there. I forget what the other one was. There was another one. There's multiple different taxes, but the community came together and voted on what the taxes. So this is truly a community token. So, I mean, if you're good at making GIFs and stickers, move forward, do it. Because why? Well, this is a community token. You do it free, and if it pops off, well, guess what? You basically just got free advertising as well because it's your stickers on this token. You make YouTube videos? Go ahead, make a YouTube video. Let Moonshi be your first one because everybody knows it's only one token. It takes one token to make a caller successful. It makes one token to make a YouTube star. It takes one token to make a TikTok star. That's all it is.
Yeah.
Just one token. This could be that token. So if you're good at making websites, you're good at making anything digital, you're good at making anything like that to help move forward. If you can make TikTok videos, anything, step it forward. Just do it. Let this be the token that gets your name known. Okay, guys? Now I got to head back to work just to show you. Like I said, I'll turn my camera on and show you where my job site is. This is me here. All right, guys? This is what I'm
It's
saying.
amazing. Beautiful.
All right? So let Moonshi be the first token that's going to moon it for you. It's a community token. Don't come in and you're like, oh, I want 3 and 4 BNB for this. Well, guess what, guys? I've been in this since the very beginning as well. I lost out on the other token quite a bit. I bought at the high. Guess what? I'm ordering stickers out of my own money, my own time that I'm putting into this, because I understand if this pops off, well, guess what? Shiloh's marketing is going to be pretty sweet to get. You're going to want Shiloh in on his marketing because he's got some good ideas for marketing. So then people are going to start contacting me and asking me for marketing ideas and prices and stuff. So that's one other thing. Start thinking about that, guys. It's a good way to get your name out there. Very good way.
Wow. Shiloh, you absolutely smashed that point. And it's something that we brought up earlier in there too, to try and communicate to the people. And something that I also personally experienced too. You need an entry point, you need an opportunity, you need some form of a base. Absolutely. I'm so excited from hearing Shiloh speak.
And it's not just that, bro. It's how many tokens you join. Hey, I got a proposal. Yeah, fuck off. We don't want to hear about it. That always says that. Always happens to. And if you try to push it, you get kicked out of the damn Telegram. It's not going to happen here, guys. This is a community token. Push it, drive it, just do it. You will shock the shit out of yourself.
Don't ask for permission. Do. That's the thing. You know, just do. Don't say, can we do this? Where's this? If there's finances involved, try and get it free. Try and get a discount. Let's talk about the marketing wallet and what we can do with that. Outside of that, just do it. Just like the memes. And that's what I did when it came to about this AMA. And that's how Shiloh just came into this AMA. Just did it. And if you follow those processes, it's going to be absolutely rewarding for everyone. And that's such an amazing point that you hit on, Shiloh, that the experience that you can get. You can do anything. You can drive this logo, essentially this logo in this smart contract to God knows where, and you can benefit. Not what do you get from it, what does the token give to you from it, what you can get from it, because not only, you're participating, but you've invested in it. What you can get from that is rewarding. It is so much more rewarding than just investing and sitting back and complaining or waiting.
Exactly. I mean, you could try and convince somebody to pay you, let's say 0.5 BNB or 1 BNB or something, just throwing random numbers out there just to get some work done. Okay. But it's a lot easier to convince somebody to pay you that if you be like, yo, I did this token. Take a look at it. And if it's mooning, guess what? They're more apt to accept you over the last person. You know what I mean? That's how that stuff works, guys. Like, I do a lot of marketing myself in this space. I've held marketing wallets before. So that's just my point of view anyways. But I really have to get back to work. My boss is standing here staring at me. So let's moon this shit, guys.
Before you go, Shiloh, I wanted to say that is there a way I can blacklist KGM wallet since it's a community token?
There is no way you can blacklist any wallet on this token because the contract is renounced.
I just wanted to blacklist KGM wallet because I know it has a big bag involving Moonshi.
This is crazy. Caleb likes to joke with me, and then there's no way. I swear down. I wish. I'm here, man. I'm here for everyone. I'm here the same. And I'm just a person with a family trying to get financial freedom and get the corporations pushing me down to get them off my back, man. Yeah, I am here to be able to say I've got skills and I've got like abilities and I've got understanding, and I just want to do exactly what everyone else wants to do, and I want to have that kind of opportunity. But yeah, the people that will be in here that will have max bags, the people that will be able to afford bigger things, the people that you might need to max wallet, blacklist, they exist too, and they can aid and defeat a project. So, but right now we're sitting in a very good position. We've got a lot of the max bags holding, and we've just got people, I think, unsure about the project, unsure about the general, market. It's 3 days. They're like, I'm not sure what to do. But yeah, the max wallets, they're holding. And just like Axe said, Axe just lost his connection. He was in here earlier. He says it's a great opportunity. Thanks you, K-Lab. But yeah, he lost his connection and his battery, so he's going to be in the community later. But yeah, just like Axe said, that they're holding, and the project is looking strong, and we're in a position now where we're consolidating. So, there's no worry about huge whales coming in just yet. But of course, it's important to be aware of that. But the contracts were announced, so if there was any blacklisting, it's impossible, K-Lab. But if there's anyone here to blacklist, it would be you, K-Lab, because you're the rogue with your gold digger AMA group.
Hey, John.
And Samuel too.
I can hear you, bro. Also.
Yeah, the double team. They're here. They're brothers. Here we go.
No,
Exposed.
Hey, John. You don't have to escalate that.
How's it going, Samuel? How's things? How did you find the AMA? We had a 2 hour 13-minute AMA. How are you finding it?
Well, I find it interesting and fascinating. Yeah, it's awesome, bro. You did great. I enjoyed the presentation of the AMA. I really enjoyed it. It was awesome, man. And I believe everybody also did enjoy it, because I can see in the chat some people are saying great AMA and so on and so forth. Yeah, it was awesome, man. Did well.
Well, join us. Samuel, you've got a voice. You should be an AMA speaker for Moonshi. Join the participation. Yeah.
Bro, I'm not that kind of a person who is free speaking. I'm shy when it comes to expressing myself to the public, Yeah,
Okay.
Caleb is the man of the job. I'm just a backman. Yeah.
Well, you can overcome that insecurity and you can be stronger. And I think with confidence, you will do that. You will be there. So this could be a great starting ground for you.
Samuel just rock pull you now with his talk. He just did a rock pull on you. He's good in speaking.
Did you say I would be a good speaker for a rug pull?
Samuel is a good speaker. He just did a rock pull on you, saying that he's a shy person. He's not. He's just like.
Oh, Samuel. Yeah. He's definitely rogue. Yeah, I don't trust you, Samuel. You trying to feed me this information?
No, Kaden, trust me, bro. I have nothing to hide. I'm transparent as you are. So I have nothing to hide, brother. Yeah.
Excellent. It's great catching up.
All right, guys, I'm back.
So I think it's time we put an end to the AMA KJM. Is there anything you guys have to say? But a lot of people here
I
have
guess
things to do, and
sure. It's been 2 hours 15 minutes. What a fantastic amount of time that we've had to be able to speak. What an awesome opportunity, and we're going to be really open about how we talk about the gold diggers community and how everyone in here has a great opportunity. So yeah, I just want to say thanks completely, and join our Telegram group. If there's people that have had issues with joining the group, DM me. I'm pretty sure anyone can DM me. If not, message KLab and I'll DM you, and we'll get you unbanned. We'll get you through the capture. But join our group and post gifts every single minute. Keep pressing them. Boom, boom, boom. We like that. Join in with the hype. If you want to be a hype, show me your hype in the group, because I'll hype you. I'm always there. I'm hype all the time. So just join in. If you've got a skill set, help us move in. And if you want to look to an opportunity in terms of investment, add one of these to your portfolio. And if Axe, I think you said you were back in the group. If you want to And anything too?
Yeah. Thank you, brother. Yeah, just as sort of like last words. Sorry about there. My phone died on me. But I'm back now. I just want to put this very straight. Like Shiloh that came in just moments ago, you show he's a construction working in Canada. We have Kay from the UK. I didn't mention it, but I'm actually from Mexico. Throughout the past 2 days on the VC in the MOONSHI channel, I've had people from Nepal, from Cambodia. I had people from Hong Kong. I had people from the US, in the US, California. And I mean, I had a guy from Russia and a guy from Estonia. I'm mentioning people that came in, talked to us, heard about the project, and were like, yeah, I like this. I want to participate. So this is as international as it gets, as community as it gets. This is what crypto is supposed to be. And thank you very much for the opportunity here, Caleb.
I mean, anytime Godiga is actually open for good projects, especially project that are reasonable to express themselves. You know, like I told you, KJM, I don't think there's anyone who has had an EMA here, and it's not more than maybe an hour, 45 minutes or 2 hours, because it's always important to get every details about the project to the investors, to the community, because they want to know everything involved on the project. They want to know the reason why they can invest, and they want to ask questions as well. And they need time for all of those things, right? So I really appreciate the fact that you guys took your time and express yourself about Moonshi, and also, you know, since it's a kind of a community token, you also took the obligation to come out here and speak to people. It shows how, you know, shows how you people are serious, and you know, and stuff like that. So I just want to appreciate you guys, and you guys should keep on doing what you're doing. Yeah, Moonshi to the moon.
Nice. Perfect. Thanks, Caleb. What a great opportunity for everyone to be able to, you know, what a great experience too for all of us to have this conversation. It's amazing. It's amazing that Gold Diggers allow this too. And it's more of like a podcast in crypto. And I think that's the space that things are moving towards. So if you're ambitious, you know, look into podcasts in AMA. I think that's the next thing when it comes to crypto. And I think, Caleb, you're on the point with what you do and how you run your AMA group. It's fantastic. Thank you.
Thanks, man. So I think it's time to put an end to the AMA session. Thank you, everyone, for joining. We're supposed to give out a giveaway, but we've run out of time. But don't worry, on our upcoming AMA, of course, we're surely going to give out something to the community for everyone for coming over and stuff like that. So thank you, everyone, for joining, and I'm going to see you guys in our next AMA. And I'll be sending you the record as well on the private chat.
Perfect. Please send. And what we're going to do is we're going to look to upload